Yacobozzi and Eleni Drakatos, doing Law and Love. So if you guys want to tell me how long you've been practicing law and how long you've been married.
Uh-oh, tough first question.
I'll handle the practicing law part. 13 years.
15 years.
15, I'm sorry. Since 03.
Yeah,
Okay.
since 03, 15 years. But we've only been practicing together since 2014.
Okay.
So we started off in 03. We graduated the same law class from Capital, and we both got hired by David Schroyer and his firm, and we were not dating at the time. And David thought it would be a good idea for us to date. Why date other people? Just date each other. And we said, well, we don't want to do that at work, but eventually Dennis went off on his own in 05, and then we started dating in 06. We got married in 07.
Mm-hmm.
So
It kind of
My
worked
20th.
out.
yes, so we have David Schroyer to thank for encouraging us to date.
So, did you guys meet in law school? Were you friends then before you got hired?
So, yeah, we met in law school, but we didn't date in law school.
No.
So, after we got out, I think she came to her senses and realized what she'd been missing this whole time. I mean,
Exactly.
I think I had the flannel shirts, and
Which I threw away after we got married.
it seemed like a great fashion statement, though, at the time.
Early 2000s, you were feeling good.
Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Asking
Yeah.
too many questions in evidence class
Mhm.
with a flannel shirt, so after I moved in, the flannel shirt moved out.
I'm actually not Dennis. I'm a good-looking proxy stepping in. He's at home, so.
Wearing his flannel shirts.
Right.
So, what's it like living with a lawyer then?
I don't know if we look at it that way. I mean, lawyers are weird generally. I mean, so I don't think we really see each other. I mean, I guess we will talk
Just we're a
about
little
cases and
Yeah, we do.
we bring it home, but we don't always bring it home. So I guess I don't know if we look at it that way. How's it like? Because we worked together before and then went off on our own as law partners. I mean, you came and joined me, so I just don't know
Much
if we.
later.
What's it like being attorneys? I guess I don't see it that way in a weird, in a different sense.
Yeah, we don't. But I think we live law so much in our daily lives and in our minds that we don't think. I mean, we just have some non-lawyer friends that seem just as happy as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then that's kind of leads into my next question. How do you guys maintain a healthy work-life balance while working in the same field and working together too?
I don't know if we do. I mean, meaning like she could be on the computer at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and especially with the OSBA candidacy and likely win. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think there's going to be a balance. I think we just deal with it as we need to, and it doesn't. I think it will say to each other, "Hey, put the phone down," or then we just will. So I guess I don't look at it as working towards it. I guess I just think we just find ways to fit it in.
And I think that we have some rules, like no technology in the bedroom, right? So, and I don't mean that I mean when we go to sleep, we don't have our phones, next to us. And with our daughter, we do the same thing. We just say no technology in the bedrooms. That's kind of a rule that, just to have some peace and time away from the phones and from iPads and computers and all that. And we try to have dinner time that is uninterrupted with no technology, just the three of us. So we do try to do that, but it's very difficult to have, the work-life balance that comes with a typical 9-to-5 job when you're, when you own your own business and when you work together. I think that happens whether you're lawyers or not, right? Because you're really trying to build your business and you really, want to be successful. So it's really hard to have that shut off when you go home.
Definitely. So how did you two decide to embark on a practice together?
Well, he started first.
Yeah, so I went off in 06 on my own, and then I think she got to a point.
05.
Well, 05, 06.
Okay.
February of 06. But anyway, so then I think it became about 2013-ish, and it was, does she become partner with a different firm? Or do we decide maybe to make that, I guess, take that risk and join up as partners and give up that steady paycheck that she had, which was kind of fun for me. So, and then turn into just, taking the risk and doing it together, which we made that decision to do, and it's worked out really well.
Mm-hmm. And it allows us to have a lot more flexibility with schedule too, like, coming and doing this interview.
Yeah. And how old's your daughter?
She's 5.
5. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it is fun.
So what do you think are like the biggest challenges and then the biggest benefits of working with your spouse?
What are the benefits?
You can start with the good. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get these questions ahead of time, so we got to think it out.
Think on your feet.
Yeah.
Well, the benefit is definitely the schedule,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we can work off each other and say, hey, I've got to pick up Mika, our daughter. Can you cover this? So that is definitely a benefit to the schedule without feeling like you're imposing on another partner that's not related. You have to have, I think, a happy and steady home life to be able to have a happy and prosperous business too, if you want to partner up with your spouse. So I think that's a huge benefit and a huge sort of requirement, right? The downside is that I have nothing to talk about. How was work? He knows how work was when I come home.
And the hard part is when one person's doing more work than the other. It's annoying, like, oh, I gotta go in on a Saturday, and I'm like, oh, why? I know that case. You don't have to do that. Like, kind of maybe when one has to do something beyond
right,
a work
something
day
more than
would be probably. I guess that's the biggest challenge.
I think that's true. Yeah. So.
Next question.
Next question. Well, this is a positive one. So what would you say is the most rewarding part of your marriage?
I think that honestly the most rewarding part of the marriage is our daughter. And, just having a family. And she's just been so wonderful, and it just brings a whole different dynamic and a whole different platform to your relationship, I think, when you share a child. Because you can share, the same profession, and you can share a business together, but when you share a child, it gives you a whole new perspective on your relationship. So I think that's the biggest benefit.
And I mean, really in trust, because it's. I mean,
Well,
meaning
of
like
course.
you can trust fully. Even though it's kind of a cliched thing, but it's kind of like there's no insecurities.
Right.
Is maybe the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. So do you two have any advice you'd like to give, newly married couples? There's a few lawyers who just got married or about to get married, so.
Ooh, so the ones that have gotten married, I got nothing for you. Meaning, I would say the best advice I could say is when you reach 40, get a beer fridge and a hobby. For people that have gotten married, and the ones that haven't, just wait. I mean, like, there's no rush. So if there's any I don't think people should get married until they're at least in their 30s. Just my thought in this present day with the amount of people that got married, say, in college, that it's so easy now to, quote, grow apart. You do 2 different tracks, and then you're, like, finding out what's going on. So I would say, I guess along those lines, make sure you're really both ready in that stage. And I don't think you get there till you're in your 30s. Just, again, total, I guess, advice is just, what's the rush would be my question. Maybe there is a rush, or maybe there is an urgency in yourselves. But, yeah, I mean...
We got married when we were 30.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think that there's no need for a rush to get married, because law school really changes you, and the practice of law really changes you. The way you think and the way you perceive the world and the way you perceive relationships. So jumping into a marriage is never a good idea, especially if you're not fully settled in your career, or you're just out of law school, or you're in law school. But for the newly married couples I agree. Make sure you have a hobby, and make sure you have, you enjoy each other as much as you can.
And don't give guys lists.
Like what kind of list?
Any list, like post-it notes. Maybe as a reminder is okay, but don't 10 things to do. That never helps.
When I'm in Cleveland, do these 10 things.
Yeah.
No,
I
not
was
the
thinking
list.
about a list. It's just
Okay, no
annoying.
lists. Lists are very helpful, though.
I don't mind a grocery
For those
list.
that are linear thinkers.
I don't mind a grocery list, but I like to go off on my own and improvise a little bit. So don't get mad if the guy does improvise, even if there is a list.
Even if there is a list.
Right.
There's always a compromise.
That's the best advice. Well, that's all I have for you guys. So
Thank
you're all
you.
done. Yeah.